The Indianapolis Colts will go to the Green Bay Packers on Sunday, November 6th in Week 9 NFL action. The Indianapolis Colts and Green Bay Packers had very different expectations, but the one similarity was that many expected them to be on the top of their respective divisions. That's proving to be a lot more difficult than was thought. The Packers have shown to be a vastly superior team this season, and that's why they're laying a full 7 this week when Andrew Luck comes to town. The Indianapolis Colts are off to a 3-5 start, and they are 3-4-1 against the number. But the bigger story is that they are 6-2 to the over because Andrew Luck is making enough plays against pressure, and the defense is not making any plays against anyone or anything. What Andrew Luck has done this season with a bad football team is really impressive. Luck has completed 64% of his throws, many in the face of a lot of pressure, and he's posted a 16-5 touchdown interception ratio. He's been sacked 31 times in 8 games. The Colts still haven't had their bye week since they declined to take one after the game in London. Frank Gore has tapped into the fountain of youth with 532 methodical yards. He only has one run of 20-plus yards though. Ty Hilton remains the best option for the Colts offense with 46 grabs on 82 targets for 709 yards and 4 scores. The Colts really need to give Luck and Hilton some help. 31 sacks is a really inexcusable performance from the offensive line, and tight end Jack Doyle is the only pass catcher with more than 30 grabs. The Colts defense is terrible. Injuries have played a pretty big role though, especially in the back 7, but there needs to be a lot more production from the guys on the field. The Colts have allowed opposing quarterbacks to complete more than 2/3 of their passes. Opposing quarterbacks have thrown for 289 yards per game and have only thrown 2 interceptions. The run defense has not been a whole lot better, allowing 4.5 yards per carry and 115 yards per game. Indianapolis has not faced a whole lot of great offensive teams either. The Green Bay Packers are 5-2 against the number despite being only 4-3 straight up on the season. A lack of offensive continuity has led to 4 unders and 3 overs. The Packers play the next 3 games on the road after this home game with Indianapolis. The Packers are not a very good football team at this time, but there are some silver linings. Aaron Rodgers has looked really good in recent weeks, posting a 7-0 touchdown interception ratio against Chicago and Atlanta. He had his best game of the season against the Falcons, going 28 of 38 for 246 yards with 4 touchdowns and 6 carries for 60 yards. He was the only semblance of a running game for the Packers in that matchup. He'll get another very beatable defense here in the Colts. With Eddie Lacy out and Ty Montgomery hobbled, it's a very one-dimensional offense for Mike McCarthy. Fortunately, Devontae Adams and Jordy Nelson are healthy, and Randall Cobb could be back this week from a hamstring injury. The Green Bay defense has been stout against the run, but a lack of takeaways and too many big plays in the passing game have really exacerbated the offensive weakness. The Packers were carved up by Matt Ryan last week in their second game against the top-level quarterback this season. The other was Matt Stafford, who threw for 385 yards in Week 3. That's going to be an issue against Andrew Luck. The secondary has had some injury concerns, with Demarius Randall out and various others rotating in and out of the back 7 like Clay Matthews. Green Bay's defenders have only forced 6 fumbles with 3 recoveries, compared to 15 forced fumbles and 6 recoveries for the Colts. In what looks like a game that could be dominated by quarterbacks, Andrew Luck should be able to keep this one within the number. Matt Ryan and Matt Stafford had both had success against the Packers defense, and Andrew Luck should definitely do the same in this spot. The Green Bay offense is very one-dimensional, and Mike McCarthy told reporters that the team needs to find a running game, so maybe he takes Green Bay away from some of its strengths, and that will slow down the offense. Our pick and prediction is for the Indianapolis Colts at +7.5. For our pick and prediction on this game and every other game this week, and a wealth of free stats and information, check out bangthebook.com.